Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Still plenty of sun out there at the moment, and we are seeing temperatures start to rebound. Did see a very cool morning with lows in the low 20s, but temperatures starting to rebound in the low 40s at the moment. We'll continue to slowly do so for a seasonable day ahead with a just light southeast breeze. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we do have high pressure over the area that will slowly start to move east, bringing a return of some of that southerly wind ahead of the boundary well off to the west-northwest that will be moving into the area. We'll see showers stirring up and moving into the area out ahead of that boundary as we move into the morning hours for Saturday, the late morning hours and into the afternoon. Then we'll see that front move through and we'll see some cooler weather for Sunday. If you take a look at the current upper level winds from this morning's sounding, we have easterly winds near the surface becoming westerly as we go up through the column and gradually increasing, not as strong as we saw yesterday, but a peak wind of 33 knots up in the mid to upper levels, pretty stable across those levels. And the freezing level is at the surface this morning. If we look at the current visible satellite, we see just some high clouds, mainly a few mid clouds in the area, but mainly high clouds just pushing through, and then lots of cloud activity that would be moving through as we get later in the day and into the evening and overnight hours. But light winds across the region at the moment, and again, those temperatures getting into the 40s as we go into the morning hours. Looking at short-term high-resolution model as we go throughout the day today, again, expecting a seasonable day ahead of us, and we'll see clouds gradually start to build into the area as we go through the overnight hours ahead of this next system, with some showers starting to develop as we get into the mid to late part of the morning. And those will push through the area, so scattered showers in nature, mainly light rain with possibly some moderate rain mixed in there, but similar to what we saw on Wednesday, we'll see some slightly breezy conditions, and those showers will likely push through the area and move just southeast of the Wallops area by 15 to 16 local or 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. local. We'll see a break in the activity and likely see the breeziest conditions during this time as the actual front itself approaches, and we could see a very slight chance of isolated light sprinkle or light shower as the front itself moves through the area, when we'll see those winds shift out of the northwest and remain breezy as that front starts to move through the area. We'll see some clearing as well as that front continues to push away from the area. If we zoom out and look at the longer term model, starting Sunday morning, we'll see high pressure build in behind that front and keep things just below average for Sunday, and then a seasonable day for Monday before we start to see some more active weather moving into the area. We'll have that high pressure move off to the east once again, bringing in some southerly flow and some warmer air moving in. That will allow for some showers to move into the area Tuesday. Some disagreement in the models as we get into the mid and later part of the week. European model has showers a little better coverage and moving in a little earlier on Tuesday than what we see here on the GFS, but nonetheless, by the time we get into the later part of Tuesday and into the overnight hours, it looks like we could see some shower activity pushing through and possibly lingering into the first part of Wednesday. And again, we have some disagreement as we get later in the week. European model keeping the front in the area and keeping things a bit unsettled and cloudy. And you'll see here the GFS kind of pushes that activity to the south a little further, allowing things to clear out and a bit of this high pressure to take control briefly. But both models kind of signifying we'll see another disturbance possibly moving into the area later in the week and into the weekend, but still some disagreement with that as well. So not a lot of confidence as we get into the later part of the forecast and towards the end of the week. So we'll have to see how what solutions win out as we get closer to that time frame. But looking at the weather for today, for the 24-hour weather risk chart, we are green across the board for our weather risk as we go throughout the day today and into the first part of tomorrow. Expecting a high around 52 degrees, so that's right on par with what we usually see this time of year. We'll see those winds out of the southeast becoming southerly as we go through the overnight hours and slowly starting to increase as we go through the overnight hours as well. We'll likely see our low temperature of 46 just before midnight. Before, as those winds start to increase, we'll see things start warming up as well in the mid-50s by the time we start or after sunrise for our day Saturday. And then we'll see slightly breezy conditions at that time as well, with south winds 10 to 15 knots and gusts up to 20 knots. We'll see tides running normal for today, and then looking at the next couple of days, Saturday, we'll see overcast conditions, and then we'll see some breaks in the clouds late after the shower activity moves through. Again, expecting scattered light rain showers, so we are red for that precip risk, and then that rain will start to diminish towards the late afternoon, early evening hours, and we'll see some breezy conditions as well, particularly just ahead and behind as that front starts to pass through the area. So we do have that orange risk for winds that are above 25 knots and the yellow risk for reduced ceilings and visibilities with the showers. As we go into Saturday evening, we'll see some breaks in the cloud, mostly to partly cloudy with a very slight chance of a light shower with that front moving through late and then becoming mostly clear for the early morning hours Sunday. Slightly breezy with that frontal passage as well, so we do have that yellow risk for winds that are above 25 knots, but otherwise expecting a low around 35, which is about seasonable for this time of year. Going into Sunday, a quieter day with partly cloudy conditions, mainly some mid and high clouds in the area, and we'll see slightly cooler than average with a high around 48, but green across the board for weather risk. Going into Monday, expecting partly to mostly cloudy conditions, we'll see those clouds gradually increase ahead of the disturbed weather moving in for the middle of the week, but a seasonable day with a high around 53. We'll see a mild night Monday night into Tuesday morning with a low around 44. And we'll see that chance of showers start to move in and some breezy conditions with that disturbed weather moving in for Tuesday and Wednesday. So mostly cloudy to overcast for those 2 days, but on the mild side with highs at right around 60 for both days. Start off with a 20% chance Tuesday morning, and then we'll see about 40% chance as we go through the evening hours, and then possibly a chance lingering around for the second part of Wednesday. And as we get into Thursday, mostly cloudy is what we're expecting at the moment, with a low around 48 and a mild high around 58 as well. Well, that will wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again Monday at 8:15 at 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.